As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Enjoy. Hey, I'm here today to review with you this spiral coil binding machine. It's a really heavy duty machine. I picked it up to use for my small business and also for some of my kids' school stuff. And I'm really happy with it so far. It's a really heavy base machine. I like that. So it's not going anywhere. Really well made and heavy duty. You've got this electric component at the top here. That's to actually put the coil through the holes. And I'll show you that in a minute. Just a couple other things. You got this big heavy duty lever that I'll show you. I'm going to actually punch something in a minute. So that helps you get some really good leverage there because it does do up to 20 pages at a time. I've been doing a handful of pages plus the plastic covers as well that I'm using on the front of my projects. And I have several projects going right now that I'll show you at different stages so you can kind of see what, how it goes along. But some other features of the machine are you can adjust the edge here so that you don't get holes that are kind of cutting off the side of your project, of your paper, if you know what I mean. So I've got it adjusted here I've been doing some binding on the short edge of a letter size piece of paper, and I'll show you that in a minute. You can also adjust how deep the margin is of the actual holes. So there's 3 different adjustments there. You can see I've got it on the lowest right now, but you can adjust that way as well. So definitely some ability there to customize your project. And then you've got the plugs into the back and into the wall. 2 other things before I show you how it works that it came with was a box of these coils. If I open it, they'll probably all fall out, but a box of coils. I did also order some separate coils in all different sizes because I've got some really thick projects I'm binding too, but this is pretty good for most of what I've been doing. And then it also came with this cutter and crimper, spiral cutter and crimper. I'm going to show you how to use that in a minute. But it's got a red dot on one side, and so you stick it into the coil once you've done it into your project, and once you kind of clamp down on it, it's going to cut the excess on the one side and then crimp what's left so that the spiral stays in place, the binding stays in place. So I've got a piece of paper I was testing out on here, but this is just a standard letter size piece of paper. All you do is line it up here, put it against your guide so that you can make sure you've got it on lined up correctly on the holes. So I've got one piece of paper right now, but it goes very easily through 20. And this is what I meant. I've got it set up right now to do on the short side, but you want to line it up so you don't get that happening. But that's very easy to do because they've got the dots all along here. But I've been doing it this way, and I've got it lined up so that it doesn't fall off the edge in that direction, which is probably going to be hard to see now because I already did those sides. But it's very easy to do. So I've been doing these books that I'm binding in just batches of about 20 pages, maybe a little less if I'm using a plastic cover. So once you have done all of your pages, and I like to put a little plastic cover on each side just to keep it nice, you just put the spiral in. If you just work it in a few spirals, a few dots in there, and then you can cut on your little machine and just kind of dab it there if you want. And it'll see if you push too hard. I was trying to do too many at a time. But dab it there, and it's going to get the spiral in all of the holes there. So I got it misaligned, of course, because I'm doing a video, but it works great every time, usually. And then cut that off once you've got it through, and you're going to have a nicely done project like this. However, you still will have some excess coil out. And so what I meant when I was saying to cut, I guess I should finish this so I can show you how to use the crimper tool that it comes with. But I'll go ahead and finish binding this. Just dab it. It's going to go. I keep misaligning it. Sorry, because I'm trying to rush in the video. But there you go. See, works great when you aren't rushing. And so I'm going to point you down a little bit here so you can kind of see what I mean about crimping. And so you take this crimper tool, make sure the red dot is facing up, and make sure you're on the camera here. There we go. I'm going to adjust it. Here, I'll just hold it. So stick it in there into the binding. Make sure you get it in all the way, and then pinch. And you see how it cut the excess, and then it did that little crimp there so that it's not going to come out the other side. And so then you just flip the book and do it on the other side, and you're going to have a nicely crimped project like this, ready to go book. And so I'm using this for some of my daughter's handwriting worksheets, and I've been really happy with it so far because I bought these books, but I want her to be able to use them a few times. So overall, really recommend. I've been super happy with this, and I would recommend it if you are doing projects like these.